We just had some drip marketing last night for Zenless Zone Zero. I do kind of want to talk with you guys a little bit about Silver Soldier and Pulchra. I'm pretty sure it's Pulchra. We can talk about that and go into that, but we're going to talk about Silver Soldier first. So Silver Soldier is going to basically be Anby. Now, what we've seen so far about this character, if you've played some of the stuff pertaining to her story and pay attention to the lore behind Anby, she doesn't know her past, or we're not allowed to know her past, so to speak. And there are some ties between her and Soldier 11. A lot of us are thinking they're sisters of some kind. If you play Soldier 11's story, Soldier talks about how she hates traitors. There's one traitor in particular that she came to New Eridu for specifically, and she's been like kind of tracking her or hunting her or whatever. And she also talks about somebody where you see it in her. It's part of the cutscene, the comic book pages with Soldier 11. You can kind of see what looks or is kind of like being alluded to as an Anby-like figure, being the one that helps Soldier 11. So now that we see Silver Soldier, we can really start tying 2 and 2 together. Yeah. Now I love the character design behind Silver Soldier, right? This Anby here. Let me pull up the other page real quick so you guys can kind of see the full thing. Boom. Right? I love the dual blades. I'm a huge fan of it. Anything 2, you give me 2 of something, I'm probably a big fan of it, right? But I love Silver Soldier's whole aesthetic going on right here. She still has like a little skirt with the black kind of like tight shorts beneath it, with a little bit of thigh action. You know what I mean? So it's still Anby, but this is a much more serious Anby. We're gonna pause it real quick so I can see it. This is a much more serious Anby design, and I love this. Okay, it shows that she's a little bit more ready to fight. And right now our Anby is an electric stunner. This Anby is an electric attacker, which I think is pretty cool. We just got Harumasa. Kind of going into that, right? I'm hoping Anby gives us combos. Right now, regular Anby already gives us combos with launching and being able to juggle some things, which you don't really have to do that, but it's cool that she has access to do it. I'm hoping this version of Anby gives us legit combos. Probably something similar to Evelyn. Right now, if you guys were able to play Evelyn throughout the story, you can kind of see that she can kind of, Evelyn can switch tech a lot of, if not all of her actions, and get the full animation for it, which implements a lot more that goes into it. I'm hoping that Anby has something going like that for her. Not so much the switch tech opportunities, but being able to take advantage of other characters doing the switch tech. Or she might just work really well with Soldier. I feel like she wouldn't, but that's only because of Soldier being a version 1.0 character, and then Anby coming in being a basically 2.0 character, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm hoping that she has some combos. 1.6, all right, yeah, so 1.6. Let's see what happens with that. But outside of that, if it doesn't happen, it's cool too, yeah? Like I said, going back into this here, we can see that she's electric and an attacker agent, which I think is pretty cool. What I was gonna bring up about Harumasa is that we just got Harumasa for free. So if you got Harumasa for free, or if you play Yanagi, this might put you in a situation where you kind of look at like, I can skip, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really need to pull Anby, or you might want to save. And this comes down to whether or not you just like Harumasa. I like Harumasa. I think his design is cool. I think his gameplay is pretty cool, but I do understand that a lot of the community, especially pre me putting out my guide and videos for him, a lot of the community was like, Harumasa is bad, or he's not great. It wasn't until more players started to show off and discover that, oh shit, wait, he's like a execution heavy character. You need to understand what you're doing. If Anby follows a similar pattern, which maybe she will, maybe she won't, and she'll be super easy, I could see players wanting to pick up Anby and just forget their Harumasa, or new players jumping in from 1.5. They didn't get Harumasa, right? But they picked up Astra. They're going to skip Evelyn and then they're going to go for Anby. Maybe she works out with Astra, and that could be something that we see for there. Yeah. We have a couple different lines here that they have, which is again alluding to what's going on. I don't know, seeing Anby back in this outfit stirs up such a mess of thoughts. Memories come rushing in like a piggy bank full of Denny's smashed open. As Anby would put it, isn't this what they call a montage? And so now we know, right? Nicole has always been one of those characters. Nicole knows, at this point, I'm gonna say Nicole knows everything. She knows so much about anything that she just kind of plays like the ditzy blonde, even though she's not blonde. Nicole acts like a bimbo, but Nicole knows almost everything that goes on. Her and Anby are best of friends, and Anby treats Nicole like her best friend in the world. She trusts Nicole with her life. So the fact that Nicole has known Anby is originally Silver Soldier this entire time, and this one quote is alluding to that, I think that's pretty cool. This is just me kind of like tidbitting about the lore though. Some of you guys will care about this, some of you guys won't care about this. It is what it is. Am I skipping Anby? Fuck no. You see the design on baby girl, man, she's too clean. And we felt in our bones, Rihu's in chat, he could absolutely like confirm this. We felt in our bones that she was gonna get a 6-star or a 5-star variant of herself, because all of the story behind Anby alludes to her having a much more powerful form, or something that was like, hey, I used to like slaughter people, I used to be badass, and you're like, ah, yeah, Anby's still pretty cool. And then even when you look at it, and if you open the game, right, at the very start of the game, Anby's doing all the zips, the dashes, she throws her little electric blade. She has moves that the other characters don't have. Like, she has pure combat experience. Nicole doesn't have combat experience, like military combat experience, right? She's been in the field before. I've played these games before. Wait, how does it go? Everyone stop. I've played these games before. Like, that's Anby, all right? She's been that way. Billy, we found out about Billy being a part of the Sons of Caledon, and Billy's like, he was number 2, I think. Billy was like number 2 strongest within the Sons of Caledon. Him and then Lighter or something like that. So like that, or the rivals. That's a really cool thing to see too. Speaking of Sons of Caledon, we also have confirmation of Pulchra coming into the mix. With Pulchra, this is so loud. With Pulchra coming into the mix, I'm assuming Pulchra is going to be an A rank. I don't think Pulchra is going to be an S rank. Not because I don't think she's worth being an S rank, but I feel like we haven't had an A rank in a long time. I think they're going to give us Pulchra as an A rank. I think we're finally going to have like a chill, no S rank, you know, back to back, and we're going to be able to get an A rank and maybe another rerun, or Anby will last the whole patch and then we'll get Pulchra on top of that. That would be pretty cool to see. So it would be nice to have Pulchra as an A rank character. She's physical stunt. She's joining the Sons of Caledon, I think, because that's not the Sons of Caledon. That's not their, oh no, never mind, I'm lying. It's in the background. I see it now. Yes, it is. That's the Sons of Caledon team thing. So she's joining them. So we would have, Billy's not there anymore on Fort, but whatever. We have Lighter, we have Bernice, we have Caesar, Piper, and Lucy. So now we have 6 characters. And if I'm not mistaken, we have a type for every single, we have a Sons of Caledon type for, or a Sons of Caledon character for every single class in the game once Pulchra gets here. Now, we've seen how Pulchra plays currently as a boss. She's not really doing stuns. She's doing disruptions and she's doing DPS. I think what could be pretty interesting is if Pulchra was a stun character that just happened to play like a DPS character or similar to a DPS character. She does have what looks like some type of I want to say these are guns, but they also look like tonfas with blades. So maybe that's what it is. They also look like they can kind of like crack open or go flat. Channeling my inner lore master, Anby is putting this outfit back on, meaning shit is about to go down. Watch Billy get fucked up and fixed by Grace since they met for the first time in 1.4 story. And that's how S rank Billy is born. I could legit see that after all this build up and then leading into another big plot or something else happening. We could definitely see more happening with Trigger. We could definitely see more happening. How do you pronounce Obal, O-B-A-L? The stuff for Jude. What's popping, big dog? Because they have their own stuff going on that had very little to do with what was going on in New Eridu at the time. So there is a couple different things that we could see happening. We did get for Pulchra in her case, once her original team, right? Because I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it, but once that happens, Pulchra is like, you know, what do I do? And Caesar is like, you could join us. And now we see, hey, maybe she worked her ass off and now Lucy doesn't hate her anymore. I don't know. I do think Pulchra fits. I think Pulchra would be a really good fit to the entire club of Sons of Caledon, right? She has a good personality. I think most importantly, Pulchra being a physical stun unit, this is pretty big. The reason I think Pulchra, and especially if she's A rank, the reason I think, and we'll turn the game on so I can show you guys, but the reason I think Pulchra being a physical stun A rank is really good is because one, A ranks, you have a higher opportunity to get them depending on the banner that you're pulling for. B, physical stun is kind of stupid. We don't have one of those, right? We have a physical defense unit, which is Caesar. We have Anomaly. We have a lot of anomalies. We have one assault or one attack type. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. We don't have a physical stunner. We don't. Okay. We know how strong assault is. We know that we have characters that can abuse assault. Piper and Jane in particular. We then have characters that can abuse anomaly, so they don't really care what it is, but assault is significantly, like, it's one of the strongest, if not the strongest anomaly in the game. Having a physical stunner with the potentially, because we don't know what she's gonna do. I'm just spitballing ideas. Potentially having a physical stunner that could excel or, you know, maybe like stun plus anomaly, right? Like maybe she's a stunner, but she has something in her kit to where like, hey, if I pop assault or if somebody gets assaulted, I do X amount of damage, or I do 75% more stun to assaulted enemies. Who knows? Granted, this would be really stupid for physical units. Physical is already strong. If we get a physical stunner and she has anything to do with assault or enhances assault or does something with stun with assault, whatever, that's going to put anomaly further on the map. That's also going to bring more physical units up. Now, one of the cool things that I really want to show it to you guys today, but I don't really think we can react to it because there's really nothing to react to. I've already watched it, but I do want to highlight it. There's another creator named Ethan ZZZ. We'll talk about it in its own like little segment here outside of this video, but Ethan put out a great video basically showing you guys that most players are playing Piper wrong. And he goes over, or they go over a brief 4 to 5 minute explanation on how to play Piper. I think, and even I learned something from it, right? Learning how to play Piper in that manner and how to keep her stacks up and what's going on, the rotations between it. He didn't even have a third character. He was showing you Piper and Lucy. If you were, and they don't have a stunner, you add Pulchra into the mix of that, and now you have a full-fledged A-ranked team that could compete with everything going on right now. That doesn't mean that it'll be like top 2, top 3 best teams, but it does mean for someone who's getting into the game now or later that they have a strong free-to-play option that would be capable of clearing whatever the hell they want. That's a pure 4-star A-rank team is what they're called in Zenless, but it's a pure A-rank team that you're able to clear. Physical stun is something that we don't have. This is really good. And this also mix up. So let's say that you wanted to play double element, right? Dual element, and you want to be able to use assault and burn, or assault and freeze, or assault and shock, whatever. Having a physical stun opens up the door for that, so that now we have potentially more team combinations you can make stuff with. Again, we don't know what Pulchra is going to play like. The only thing we can assume or go off of is based on the current version of Shadow Pulchra. And is she a Shadow? I know there's a Shadow version, but don't we have a regular Pulchra in the game? Anyway, we can only go off of what we have as a regular Pulchra and her kit currently in the game, which I do believe we can see through boss battles and, you know, events and things like that. You can kind of see, but like I said, she doesn't play like a stunner. If anything, she plays like a disruptor. And for me to explain that, what do I mean by disruptor? She plays like a character that is supposed to piss you off. So if you had a 1v1 or a 1v2, whatever, Pulchra plays as the type of character that is supposed to annoy the opponent. Hey, my opponent's loading up an attack. I'm gonna annoy them. She's gonna pop a little blue bottle. You can't touch me. You just did your ultimate ninjutsu. I pop my blue bottle. You can't touch me. Guess what? Your ultimate's gone. It's my turn to attack. Hey, I'm gonna just annoy you. I'm gonna sit in the back and I'm gonna shoot you a couple times. I'm gonna zip, I'm gonna dash around, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna shoot you from the other side. Oops, guess what? My friend over there beat the crap out of you. GG's, bro. She's that type of player. It'd be interesting to see how they're gonna take her kit from in-game and then apply it to what's going on in her own game, right? When she is an actual character. Plus being a stunner. That's what's really throwing me off. Like, her being a stunner is what's throwing me off, but it's a great thing. So I'm excited for it. That's what I think about the drip marketing, guys. I guess I could turn that into a video, but I mean, it is what it is. YouTube, let me know how y'all think. Let me know how y'all feel about Pulchra being a character coming into the game, or Silver Soldier Anby. We're still gonna call her Anby. I'm not calling her Silver Soldier Anby. That's too long. You know, maybe like double S Anby or S Anby, one of the two things. I think that'd be pretty cool too. But other than that, I'm gonna dip. Thank y'all for watching today's video. Leave a like, comment down below, all that fun stuff. I can't say my outro because it's inappropriate for YouTube. Like the video, comment, subscribe. In my head, I said it twice, and I played it back. I definitely said it twice. Whatever. Smell you later.